welcome back to Caps Hockey Review. Back with you following some exciting games against the Senators and the Red Wings. Plenty to break down. We had some lineup changes for the Red Wings game. Finally, a couple changes for the Senators due to injury as well. So, plenty to break down. Lots of goals scored. Let's get to it. And here we go, underway. Caps Hockey Review back with you again. Two more games to break down. Monday's tilt against the Ottawa Senators, as well as Wednesday night's battle against the Detroit Red Wings. Two really, really good young teams. I mean, you can't sleep on these teams anymore. We've seen Ottawa very, very near the end of their rebuild. I think they're probably, a number one center away. So really close to really being a contender for the Senators. And for the Red Wings, quite honestly, they're not far behind. And I say that with the knowledge that Stevie Y has stockpiled draft picks for that team. There's a lot of prospects they have to be excited about. This Red Wings team is going to be very, very good. As far as time frame, probably a little longer than the Senators. I'd say, 2 years or so. 2 or 3. But playing the way they're playing this year, I mean, Tyler Bertuzzi's found his way again. They might make the playoffs this year. Boston's been kind of so-so. The Lightning have not been good at all. The Maple Leafs have not been good at all. That Atlantic division is wide open for one of these dark horse teams to jump in and grab a playoff spot. And with how hard this Red Wings team works, they got some veterans in the net that are very, very capable of making big saves. It could be them. There you go. Mom, I finally shouted out your Red Wings. I'm finally giving them their due. So there you go. Anyway, moving toward the Caps' own goaltending situation, we saw Ilya Samsonov get the net for the game against the Senators, and then we saw them go right back to Vitek Vanacek for the Red Wings. Sammy had, that game was that was a shootout. That was a track meet. I mean, anytime 12 goals are scored in a game, ending 7-5, it's a tough night to be a goalie no matter which net you're in. Luckily for the Caps, coming out on the right end of it, and you can't put it all on Samsonov either. I mean, defensively, you'd like to see the Caps be a little stronger and, eliminate some of those chances before they get a shot. But it is what it is. And obviously there's no changing it. So what can we discuss about it? Well, it's becoming a lot more clear to me now, and I've been dancing around this for a while. Vitek Vanacek, I think, is the Caps starting goalie. And if that's not the plan, it should be. Because looking at, granted, Sammy hasn't played as many games, but looking at Samsonov's body of work and Vitek's body of work, Vitek's is a lot more impressive this season. And I'm not talking about wins and losses necessarily, because, Vitek, I don't technically only has 2 losses on the season, where Sammy only has 1. Yes, wins and losses are important, but I'm talking about something that maybe you won't find just by glancing at the numbers. And what I'm getting at here is the high danger save percentage. Vitek has faced so many 10-bell chances, so many outstanding scoring chances, and he's made huge saves in huge moments, and we haven't seen that from Samsonov yet. Vitek is facing, I would say, probably 5-6 opportunities a game that are really, really quality scoring chances, and he's turning away probably 5 out of 6. So this is what you look for in a starting goalie at the NHL level. Yes, he doesn't have a ton of experience. Fair enough. But he's not going to get experience unless he plays. So there was talk early in the season about the Caps maybe acquiring a veteran presence to be a goalie. I don't think it's going to happen. I think it's going to be on these two guys, Samsonov and Vanacek, to figure it out. And Vitek's doing it. He is playing well enough to set himself apart, to say, hey, coach, I'm your guy. Big game, you're putting me in the net. That's what we want to see. That's what we want to see. Sure, maybe some veteran leadership to have, maybe a mentor for Vanacek at this point in his career would be helpful. I was scrolling through some social media the other day. Braden Holtby's playing very well in Dallas. And the thought that went through my mind is, wow, that's great for Braden, and I'm really happy for him. But, man, wouldn't it be awesome for Vitek to have him as a mentor? Like, just to have a guy there that's been through it, that's obviously won a cup, he's won a Vezina, he's won a Jennings Trophy. Holtby's done it all. Holtby's been around the block a few times. To have that calming presence there to kind of keep Vanacek on track. Like, okay, you're playing well, keep doing it. You didn't have a good game today? Bounce back. It's okay, it happens. Be better tomorrow. And just missing that might be a bit tough, but it's on these two young guys. We've seen it with the Caps before. We've seen a tandem where we had two 22-year-olds with Michael Neuwirth and Simeon Varlamov. Yeah, those days, remember those? That was a long time ago, like 2010. Man, long time ago, but it was the same thing then. Like, one of these two guys has to jump up and show themselves to be the starter and prove that they have what it takes to do it. And I think Vanacek is doing that. So, for my money, I've rambled on this long enough. Vitek Vanacek is the Capitals' starting goalie. I would expect to see him play at least 50 games this season. There. That's it. There's no more goalie controversy in Washington. Vanacek is the guy. And I get it. Samsonov is the first-round pick. He's the younger guy. He's the guy they wanted. He's the guy that was supposed to be in Vanacek's spot right now. But off-ice issues, injuries in off-ice activities, your opportunities aren't endless. And Vanacek got his one opportunity, and he has made every bit of it. He has taken full advantage of it, and he has made the absolute most of it. So, for a second-round draft pick goalie to come all this way, and now finally, at age 25, is separating himself and saying for the Washington Capitals, I'm your guy. That net is my net. Good for you. This is a story that you look at. Vanacek wasn't even highly regarded. He wasn't even highly regarded. He had to have corrective surgery to fix his vision. Like, that's the only thing that really put him on the Caps' radar. So, this young man has an outstanding story, and he's playing so well. He's making the most of this opportunity. I'm done gushing. I'm done rambling, I promise. But very excited for Vitek Vanacek. Now, moving forward a little bit. Second verse is the same as the first, ladies and gentlemen. Alex Ovechkin just keeps doing it. Keeps on doing it. 2 goals against the Senators. Another goal last night against the Red Wings on the power play. The power play maybe found its way against the Red Wings, but I'll get to that. Wow. Age 36, 8 goals through 7 games played. Pretty impressive. Actually, it's damn impressive. If you really want to know my honest opinion here. It's damn impressive for somebody at 36 to still be doing what he's doing. In terms of playing in his 30s, he's blown away Wayne Gretzky. Alex Ovechkin has already scored more goals in his 30s than Wayne Gretzky did in less time. So, the Gretzky record, he's just taking one step every game. He's over a goal a game pace right now. So is it going to hold up? I don't know. I don't think he's going to put in 82 goals this year, but maybe. You never know. All he needs is somebody to tell him he's done. John Scott. Yes. John Scott, your take is getting more cold by the day, and it's already freezing. You could build an igloo out of your take. It is ice cold. Alex Ovechkin is not done. They've injected youth into this old team you were so negative about. So, wow. Take's ice cold, bud. Anyway. Evgeny Kuznetsov. I keep coming back to him. I keep coming back to this guy because I keep expecting every game, all right, this is going to be the game where he doesn't show up. He hasn't done it. He has been locked in every game. Didn't find the score sheet against the Senators. It happens. Only the second time this year he hasn't had a goal or an assist in a game. Not for lack of trying, though. I mean, I can count at least probably 2 or 3 goals he could have had and another couple assists. So sometimes it just doesn't bounce for you, and that's just the reality of playing hockey. But found the net against the Red Wings. Another power play goal for the Caps. The power play may be digging itself out of this grave. They were 0 for 15. They were 0 for their last 15 following the Senators game. 2 power play goals against the Red Wings. I hope this power play is working its way out because you need good special teams play. It's just a reality of life in the National Hockey League. Yes, they're doing a lot of damage at 5-on-5, which is great, but to add in that power play, that special teams punch, that makes them even more dangerous. So hopefully this is a sign of things to come for the power play. And finally, big lineup change for the Red Wings game. We saw both Lapierre and McMichael get into the lineup for the Senators game due to an injury to Nick Dowd. Well, Nick Dowd came back for the game against the Red Wings, so somebody has to come out. Neither of those two. Daniel Sprong, healthy scratched for the Red Wings game. He's had a tough start to the season. He scored a goal early, but just I won't say he's played bad because he hasn't. It's more that McMichael and Lapierre have played so well. I mean, these two guys are doing what you want your young players to do, and that's push your older players. And what they've done is forced Peter Laviolette and the Capitals coaching staff to find a way to work them into the lineup because they have played so well that it makes no sense to take either of them out. And that's what we're seeing. And that is fantastic. I am so excited for these two young guys. They're doing good things. They're playing good hockey. Hopefully some real good offensive production is to come. What else could you want as a Caps fan right this minute? Except for Ovi to get to Gretzky's record a little faster. Another Stanley Cup, sure. Maybe we'll get there down the road. Right now, opening their season, they didn't get it done against Detroit. Unfortunately, falling in overtime 3-2. But the Caps are 4-0-3 to start this season. 7 consecutive games with a point. That is impressive. And quite frankly, I didn't think the start to this season was going to go all that well without Nick Backstrom in the fold, but the Caps are doing great. When Backstrom comes back, it's safe to assume they'll be more dangerous, but this is a good lineup they've got. You have everyone pulling on the rope. Barry Trotz said it for so long. Everybody has to pull on the rope every night, and they're doing that. So very, very exciting things for the Caps. Of course, didn't get the result last night, unfortunately, but looking to get back to it against the Coyotes coming up here. Well, the power play might just be in luck for the Caps. A startling stat from the Caps radio broadcast last night. Coming into tonight's game, Thursday night's game against the Tampa Bay Lightning, the Arizona Coyotes penalty kill percentage is clicking at 35. Yep. You didn't hear that wrong. The Arizona Coyotes penalty kill is currently 35%. They are killing off just 35% of their power plays or of their penalties. They have allowed 9 goals on 14 penalty kills. Yikes. That is terrible. Now, this would be a right opponent for the Caps to get their power play on track, to work it out, and to get better. So, that's what I will be looking for against the Coyotes. So many exciting things to come. We're a little bit off from the Metro Division games for about another week. We do have the Flyers coming up, I believe, on the 6th. That'll be a good one. The Flyers are playing great hockey so far. Some new additions to their team have paid off immensely early in the season. So we'll see where we go. I mean, there's plenty to be excited about for Caps fans right now. Really, all I can ask is that they just keep her going. Keep plugging away. If they can put together, another 5-6 games without a regulation loss, they're putting themselves in a great spot. They're banking points, and I keep saying that in every video. You're banking the points now. You never know how next week's going to go. You never know how tomorrow night's going to go. Bank your points. Make every game count, and that's what they're doing. Everybody's accountable. Everybody's engaged on the ice, which is something we've been missing on a consistent basis for the last 2-3 years in Washington. I mean, last year was tough. Obviously, COVID kind of threw a wrench in things, but it's nice to see the Caps finally, hopefully, finding their way again. And we'll see what happens down the road. But right now, I'm very impressed with this team and just looking for more of the same. So, couple games coming up here this weekend. We got the Coyotes on Friday. And the Caps will visit Tampa Bay on Monday. So only one game this weekend, but that Tampa game should be a good one. Coyotes struggling this year. Should be a team where, you got to be aware, of course. Every NHL team's a good one. So hopefully we're talking down the road. Caps coming out with 4 more points out of these 2 games. We'll find out. Till next time, go Caps.